Hi, Ankita. How are you doing?
Hello. Hi, David. David, right?
This is Sean from the Linux Foundation.
Sean. Oh,
Sorry
hi.
about
Hi,
that.
Sean.
I forgot to change my name.
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you. How are you?
Doing okay. Doing all right.
Right.
Okay, Ankita, you're good to go.
Yeah, thank you. Okay. Hello, everyone. Uh, Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. So here we are for the Credible Weekly Community Call. So we are running it under Linux Foundation Decentralized Trust, and we follow like antitrust policy by Linux Foundation for this meeting and with all the discussions that we'll have during this meeting. And as this is an open forum, everyone is welcome to collaborate, participate, and make suggestions as well. So as like this is the agenda for this week as well. So we'll have look at the open issues, open PRs in under all the repositories, and if there are any discussions that anyone like to make or contribute, please feel free to add to the wiki page, or you can just have it in the um, drop a message in the chat as well. So let me go to the GitHub, our GitHub page, and let's have a look at the new issues or PRs we may have. If you want to give updates on any of the work that is happening, please feel free to add the same. Uh, yeah. Uh, there is ecosystem related work going on, right? I think Sujit, you may want to give update for this PR that you have just raised.
Yes, hello. So currently in ecosystem, there hasn't been like a new development kind of from my side. So I have been actually handling the edge cases and scenarios, and also making fixes for the issues that we are finding while going through the flow and with discussing with others. So that's what I have been doing currently with the new PS that I have raised.
Okay, I think this PR it contains majorly related to the pagination things, right?
Yeah,
Paging.
pagination and fixes and edge cases, those sort of things.
Okay. So all like ecosystem is integrated with the platform and organizations now.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, great. Is there anything to add or add here from anyone?
Mm,
Okay. I think we have couple of open PRs to review as well. Um, uh, Rohit, anything from your side on OpenID for VC, like DSQL implementation? Is Rohit on call? I think
No, no,
he's
he
not.
is not on call.
Okay. Rohit is working on DSQL support and OpenID for VC. So I think he has raised a PR for the same. So, okay.
I checked this PR and
it's about uh, like when we have the DC API request and user is sending the presentation, at that time we explicitly needs to get the payload of presentation and supply it to the verifiers one of the API. So that is this API. So we have to pass it and get the verification done manually. So that one API was missing. So that was for DC API flow.
Review is pending, and then we can
Yeah,
finish.
I still needs to review it. I'll do it maybe today, tomorrow, first half.
Okay. With this, we will have the DC API support in the platform as well, right? Or is there
Uh,
any?
yes, yes. With this, we'll have full support with the DC API.
Okay, great. Mm.
Hello.
Anything yes, Pranali.
Yeah, so this PR is related to again the ecosystem controller refactoring, as Sujit mentioned. This also contains some edge cases and some like consistency in error handling and all that changes. Um, I have raised another PR as well. It contains the same changes. So there are more APIs. So I have divided that into two PRs, and that is in review currently.
Okay. Enhanced input validation and sanitization for API parameters. So for this, we are using common method or library, right? For input
Yes.
sanitization and validation.
Yeah. We have some guards in common. I'm
Okay.
using that like for trim validations and all other things like UUID validations.
Okay. Okay, then perfect. I think we can get these PRs reviewed. We'll PR these reviews. There are no as such new things apart from this. I'll just have a look at issues as well. Okay. There's a issue raised. The Prisma schema is failing validation with error. This is URL. Okay. Okay. This is to upgrade the Prisma version that we currently have, right? Because okay, let's wait for him to create a issue, a PR regarding it, or else we'll take it up. There's no new issue as such. Anything that I may have missed in the platform? Anything else which is going on?
I guess that was it, and we may need ecosystem UI as well in the platform. So, but that work, I guess, not yet started for ecosystem. I guess as Pranali and Sujit mentioned, some backend related implementation is still going on. So that was it.
We can create a maybe issue in the studio for
Mhm.
ecosystems, or if very
Yes, yes,
um,
yes. And apart from this, I guess we have completed most of the work related to upgrading the Credo agent controller version with a latest Credo TS version, that is 6.1. But in that also OID for VC and VP related things are done. Didcom we still needs to upgrade. So that is one update.
Okay. Do you suggest like creating a maybe an issue for it so that we can take it up? Or
For Didcom,
yes, for Ditcom.
yes,
Or
yes.
is there any other way we can do it?
No, we can create an issue and we'll see. I mean, if anyone has bandwidth, we anyone can take it up.
I'm just creating this one. 0.6.1, right? That we have done.
Yes, I guess the latest one is 2.6.2, but let's see, 6.1 is the current state we have done for OID for VCVP. We'll see if we can do it for 6.2.
I just created one so that will not. I'll update it. Okay. I think in studio we don't have anything. We'll create a issue for ecosystem support in studio. With whenever all the APIs or backend will be completed. We'll move to agent controller. So I think in agent controller. Okay, this version upgrade is going on, right? And it is almost completed that we are saying. Okay, Rohit, okay. For this also, this is the same work that Rohit is doing to support the DC API in the platform on the controller side. So I think Wrinkle, you may want to look into this PR as well. Okay. I think that's it from that we have from the issues from all the repositories or the current state in all the repositories that we have under CREDEBL. Anything from the mobile app side that we want? There was one PR, I think, but that is merged by Sai. It is regarding the upgrade of the module name. Okay, and DC API full support is also there in the mobile wallet, mobile SDK now, right? Sai?
Yes, we are currently releasing it in the alpha releases, and
Okay.
it is merged into alpha release branch. So yet now we are currently testing the Ditcom related features and parallelly integrating them in the CREDEBL wallet. Yes, and soon thinking we probably will be completing our integration and we will be releasing the alpha versions for all the three core OpenID for SDK and Ditcom.
Okay. Mm. This is for change set that for migration. Okay. And I think this is the separation of DITCOM module is going on, or how is it?
Yes, it is going on. Currently, it is in review state, and we are fixing few changes there. And yes, once that
Okay.
is done, this will get merged into the alpha release branch.
Okay. Now after this change, we'll have different packages for for DITCOM, OpenID for VC, and any other
Correct.
package, or and core and any other implementation that we may want.
Yes, correct.
Okay. Mm. Okay. This is great. I think that's all we have from the status perspective. There is nothing as such from the deployment or DevOps side on the platform. It is all stable and there. So, is there anything else from anyone on the repositories or for the status to be updated? So I think there was one point that we wanted to discuss, which was regarding the revocation of um, SDJOT credentials. So recently we added support for SDJOT and MDOC credentials in platform. And we intend to implement revocation also for these credential types. We currently have it for anon creds, and for W3C credentials, there is a PR, but there are few reviews still pending and few things of development still pending. But with increasing usage of SDJOT and MDOC, uh, now we intend to implement full credential life cycle of it. So I think Sai, you want to take it up?
Yes, thank you. Hello all. Good evening. Okay, so recently we have started on researching on the SDJOT support, SDJOT with revocation part. So I have created a small demo, like a small CLI demo. In that, I will share this my screen once. Yes. Okay, you are able to see my screen.
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay. Okay, so first I will explain this my CLI project, and then I will show the demo of what all we have done. So currently we are using currently our base of the CREDEBL is CREDO, so we will be using overall on this, and most of the features that enterprise features will be building in the CREDEBL. So this is a small demo for the same. Uh, so the components in this will be the server and a small script. The servers will be a status list server. In this, for our POC, we have taken a global variable of SDJOT, which we will be directly attaching it while creating the status list. So after this demo, we will be discussing on more extension of this, how we will be making it more enterprise level for the product. Okay, so so here we have three agents: holder, issuer, and verifier. All the config related to them is added here in this, and this is the status list file. In this, we are using this package hdjot hdjot. This is a package of the Open World Foundation, and yes, all of these packages are compliant with the hdjot draft of the token status list. So the main function will be to create a status list that will be done using the payload, and the algorithm we are using is ADDSA and header. So we are using the JWS signature service of the CREDEBL, and that will be passing the current hour agent context, and we will be using the new KMS service to sign the payload, and create a status list. Okay. So okay, so if anyone has some doubt or something, they can stop me. Okay. Okay, I will also explain these functions. So this is the status list function where by default we create a 10 status list has the array of bits. So bits are like a 0 or 1. So the status list has a two options, which is what will be the array size of array. For now, we have taken it as a 10, but later we can increase it based on the recommendation from the spec or based on our scalability handling. So, and also what will be the bits per status. So bits per status currently I have added as 1 bit, so that we will be only having as active or revoked. It's only 2 status, so that's why I have started it as this. Later it is also we can add more statuses to that, like suspended, like 3 statuses: suspended, active, and revoked. So yes, other things are helper functions which will be used to map it. Okay, so this is the main file where all the logic related to the flow is written. So here first we are initializing all the 3 agents: issuer, holder, and verifier. Then we are creating a private key and importing the keys. And as we will be using the issuer div to sign the JWT SD credential for the holder, we will be creating a did key for the same, and also import that into the issuer's wallet. And the first thing we need to do is to generate the status list before issuing any credential. So by default, all the statuses are initialized as zeros, and whenever we want to revoke some of the status, we make that bit as 1. So that logic is also written below. And the first thing we do is that we generate the status list and save that status list on the server. So next, we also add the holder private key. This is used for holder binding. It is also optional, so we can skip it. So if we don't want to add a holder binding, so, so this is the main logic here in the credential, which is extra that is required for the token status list. Other properties are the claims of the issuer. Other claims can also be nested, and this naming, this nomenclature, and all the parameters of this are based on the token list spec. So it by default aligns with all of them. So this is the credential we are going to issue to the holder. So yes, this is the URL, so that the later whenever we are fetching the status list, so while validating or verifier wants to know about the status of a credential, then they can fetch it from this URL. So and this credential status it is at index 0. So issuer now signs the credential and uses the did method, and holder uses the holder key of JWK, and we sign it. Holder then fetches the credential from the signed payload and saves it into the wallet. Then now first we verify the credential now here
Can
with
we
the
can we sorry, can we take some questions or anyone may have in the issuance flow or creating registry ones?
okay.
Okay, so when we generate the status list, we initialize the status list against an issuer, right?
Correct. Yes.
And this, okay, so we can initialize more than one lists as well for a particular issuer, or do we have to extend the list? As you said that it depends on our on scalability, but we don't know how many users we may have, right?
Correct.
So
Yes. Yes, we can do that. So actually, there is a recommended from the spec in from the bitstring status list that
mhm.
1,36,000 something is a recommended, so that it helps in having more sufficient collision for the indexes, so that the if someone gets to know the index, so they will to dis, to disable the phone home approach, so where users cannot be easily able to find that which index is for which credential.
Okay, so at least 136,000
Correct.
users should be there in one status list.
Yes, that is the recommended, but we
Okay.
can have some based on our land. Yes. Suppose
Okay.
we can for the issuer we can start with that. Suppose we have 100. Suppose we take the 100 as a limit for the status list. Then we
Hmm.
can create a next time we have to create one more status list. We cannot extend the same. We
Correct. So
need to
we have to
create.
register, generate a new status list for that issuer and save that status list to the server again.
Correct.
And use
Yes.
that status list while adding status in the credential.
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So it's
Okay.
like
Currently,
registering.
see. Yes.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yes. Okay. Actually, I was saying that. See here we have status list URI. Correct. Well. Okay. Sorry. I think it was
Yeah,
that
correct.
payload.
If you scroll down, yes,
Yes,
here
it was
on.
fail. Yes. Yeah. So
Hmm.
currently here we have a status list, and here we have status list at. But to also append this, we can add something specific to issuer, like
Hmm.
issuer name. Suppose issuer name like Ironworks, then hyphen /1. So we can know that it is first list of that. Then if this list is complete, then we can add to some logic we can build around it, so that we can keep on increasing the status list.
Hmm.
And also that specific status list is used for this mapping. Again, we can start the index from 0 if we are creating a new status list. Also, this index
Yeah.
should be mapped by the platform itself, and it will not be stored in somewhere in the credential issuer records or somewhere. It will be mapped. It should be mapped in the platform itself.
Okay. So how many indexes are occupied? This
Correct.
count or something should be there in the platform.
Correct. Correct. Yes. So that the next index, we should be able to get the next index and then up, update it. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So okay. So this presentation logic is same. So the presentation logic, we are asking for email and status, because we want to get what is the status of this credential. So and we validate it, and then after this we have written the logic of revoking the credential. So in revoking the credential, what we are doing is we are passing the issuer key ID. This is the KMS key ID, and then JWT current. What is the current status list? Or every status list is a JWT token. I will also decode that and show. And this is the index and what is the status we are changing. So total what we are doing here is we are taking the issuer KMS ID, the key ID that is of the did, and then the status list JWT status dot, and at what index we are trying to change the status and to what we are changing the status. Earlier by default it was 0. Now we are changing it to 1, so that we are revoking the credential.
Okay. So
Okay.
issuer must know the index of the um,
Correct.
in
Correct.
the status list.
Correct. Correct. Yes. Yes. After that, after we update the status list, we need to again save to the server. This currently I am referring here as server. Later, it can be any of the database or some S3 storage or any storage that we use as a common centralized common point. And again, after this, again we try to present the credential, and whenever we verify here, we get the status as invalid. Okay, so I will run it now. Okay, so till here, anyone has any doubts, or can I start with the?
I think you can run. Nothing from my side.
Okay.
Sai, just a quick question. What different types of status is supported, or is it like flexible? We can define our own status.
So actually, we can define our own. So actually, there is a total number of bits we can use is 1, 2, 1. Okay, just a second. Here it is there. Okay, I forgot the number. Yes, bits in percent. This is the count. 1, 2, 4, and 8. We can use this many type of numbers.
Okay.
Okay. So this we can use for if we are having more status, then we can keep adding so that it will based on that the status list will start using the bits. Okay. So okay, can I continue?
Yep. Please.
Okay. Okay. So here you can see the two panes in the terminal. One will be for the status list server. The other one will be the status list issuance. So this is only a single script. In a single script, all the steps I have explained now will be ran. So I can then explain here one by one. It's initializing agent. So I described from the code that we were initializing all the 3 agents, and then we were importing the TIDs, importing the keys for the issuer and holder. And I have logged this stability. This is our initial status list for the credential. So I will just open the JWT and I can. Yes. So this is the status list token that is created. In this payload, we have header as this. And in the JWT token status list, this is the requirement to add as a type in the token so that whenever the status list fetcher is used in the Credo, so it validates this type and then only it proceeds to verify the statuses. So, and this payload is this updated one. The create initial payload is this because currently we are only using the 10 array of 10. So this list is small. Once we increase it, it will start increasing. And also we are using the bits as one. So it is only showing this one. And these are other additional properties like issuer, subject, and issued at time. Okay. Okay, so from here, is it fine? Or can I continue?
Yes, please.
This is
Yeah.
fine.
Okay. Okay, so this was the status list initial that was created. Then we save the status list to server. And actually in this logic, the main would be this too, that the first whenever before revoking, we ask for the presentation, then we get the presentation as valid. So that log is added here. So first we ask the verifier to check the status of the presentation and we get as a valid. Then after that, we revoke the credential. We revoke the credential at index 0 from the server. And that is at the last. where we are getting the presentation is valid as false. So after revoking, we get the status as invalid and false. Okay. So this is it for the status list. Okay. So if anyone has anything in this, we can have questions.
Nothing from my side as for logic as such, but I'm just thinking that we need to maintain a status list in the server, right? Somewhere. And it will be
Correct.
for every issuer. It will be different for every issuer, right?
Yes. So this status list server method to fetch the status list and save the status list. These methods we can add it in our agent controller, credible agent controller. We can add there, and on top of that, in the platform, we can add the logic of managing the indexes about which indexes are occupied and which are not.
Yes.
And then that if we want to save it, then we can save it in some public server or in database, so that which will be easily, which should be open to all only. Yes.
Indexes or status list. Status list should
Status
be
list.
open for.
Status list should be open.
Yes. So it is like the Tails file server only, right? That we
Correct.
read
Yes.
for the file servers.
Yes. Yes. Correct.
Okay.
We have a choice of the database as well, right? Uh,
Correct. Correct.
which one to leverage and
Correct. Yes. Only thing is that wherever we say, we just need to save this token there, and while returning from the API, the content type should be this. So it will, if we comply with this, then anywhere we can save and from anywhere we can fetch it.
okay. The APIs are standardized.
Correct. Yes.
I missed I joined late. How does the verifier gets the endpoint of the status list?
Okay. Yes. So what actually happens whenever we create a credential? This is the in the token status list. There is a defined payload. What will be there in the credential? So this is a status list which will have the URI. This will be the URL of the status list where it is
Okay.
available, and the index. What is the index given to this credential?
Okay. That's an allotted
Yes.
index in
Then
the. Okay.
correct. That is allotted index to the holder. And whenever you verify want to verify the credential, they ask for the specific status and email. And in that validation, it fetches the status list from this URL. As we will be sending the status in the presentation from the holder side, this URL will be picked from there to be fetched.
Okay. Yeah. Got it. Yeah. So verifier can fetch, query the endpoint to get the latest status.
Correct. Yes. 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 So this is the method that they use to fetch with timeout, and this is the headers they are accepting.
Just another question. When the status gets updated from the issuer side, is there any standard mechanism to notify the holder or the verifier about updates?
No, no, actually nothing as such.
Okay.
Because I think in issuer cannot update the verifier because issuer doesn't know that who all are verifying the credentials. Hello.
Yep. Yeah, at least yeah, holder, like if not the issuer,
Yes, holder
holder
side.
get notified.
Holder side. Yes, holder side. What we can do is that as holder already has the status list and the index. What they can do is, I think I'll just check. There was one method. Just yes, this is there. They can just pass these options and they can check if it is a valid one. From this, they can try to check it. Or we can
They
also
means
have
holder.
an. Oh yes, holder. They means holder. Yes. This is
Okay.
holder.hdjot.verify. We can use that, or else we can
But that is
use
kind of a
the.
polling, right? So can it be like proactive intimation to the holder the moment status is updated in the status list?
I think that we need to build
Okay,
we can
that's an
build a custom logic around it.
okay.
Yes, I'm not sure about if there is any public in an unfetched like revocation notification approach, but uh, we can if we have the details of the issue. So, suppose like from the platform, if we have the holder emails and maybe we can send an email or something to intimate that credential is revoked or something.
Yep. That's
Because in
additional
OpenID we
custom
don't have
logic.
anything. Yes, correct. Yes.
Got it.
Um, Also, to revoke any credential, issuer needs to identify for whom he's trying to revoke the credential. So
Correct.
some identification we need, right? Apart from the
Correct. Yes.
credential ID.
Yes. So actually, what I feel is that in the platform itself, whenever we are trying to issue the credential,
Hmm.
we need to save the index we are trying to give to that issuer before signing for the issuer. This index we
Hmm.
will be passing, right? This we need to
Hmm.
save the metadata of the offer or OpenID offer. If we are going to issue using the OpenID offer, in that metadata we need to say that this was the credential index that was used for that user. So later,
Hmm.
whenever we want to revoke it, then we can use the same index to revoke it.
Yes, but the index is like just the number, right? We don't have
Correct,
any specific information about the user for whom we are revoking the credential.
correct.
Just to link, right, the user and so some kind of mapping, which at least human readable to identify the person. We will need
The-
something like.
and I think that mapping will be there in the issuers database than in
Correct.
the platform. Uh,
So it will be the business logic, right?
Correct,
it's
correct.
a business decision, right? So the
Yes.
uh, so the signing of the SD jot before that, as I mentioned that if you can provide the index which was allotted to that particular VC, so it's issuer can definitely link that index to the issuance record in his own database. And on that issuance record, in future, revocation can be invoked by passing the index.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
So when we return the result for issuance, we'll return
Yeah.
this index as well, so that the
Yes.
business can store that index against the holder identifier, whatever they have.
Yes. Yes, one thing we need to think or maybe brainstorm is about if multiple instances are using the issuance flows, then how we are going to pick the index, the latest index that we need to use. So some algorithm type of we need to build on our business logic so that we don't allocate the same index to two credentials.
And so you're saying that if at once two credential issuance are happening,
Correct, correct. Yes.
like
Because we are going to, because we will be mapping that what all indexes are occupied, right? Suppose three indexes are occupied. In the next index, we are the issuance should be happen on fourth index. And if there are on parallel instance, if there are at a time there are two instances, if both of them fetch the same index and try to issue the credential, then there can be a issue related to that. The two holders having the credentials with the same revocation index.
yes, correct. That we can have with once it reads, it logs, and there are different ways in which we can have that mechanism.
Correct.
So, not sure if there is a pool of available indexes which are unallocated can be created, and that pool could be leveraged by these multiple issuer instances, if at all there are any.
Yes,
Hmm.
yes, correct. Something like that. Yes, we can think of. Yes, because if
Yeah.
you're deploying on multiple instances, then we can think that from 1 to 10 instance one can use and 10 to 20 instance two can use something in that way. Because
Yeah.
it is not also that we need to use in a sequence that if you are using now the zero, then next one index should only one first index should only be used. So it can be any.
So, so randomly
Random.
any available index can be chosen.
Correct, correct,
Okay. So I think the service which is returning the index should actually return it on a random basis in that case, so that there is no predictability to the next index.
correct.
Uh, and
Randomly,
the
avail-
yeah,
sorry, randomly from the available indexes.
yes, of course. Yeah.
We need to also then keep a track of what our indexes are used here as well. Yes.
Mm. Yes.
Okay. And one list status list could be used by multiple issuers, or is it like
Yes, we
issuer
can.
wise status list? Okay.
But what but I think what will be the difficulty is that whenever we are creating the status list, we need to sign. There is a signing of this tradability, right? So if multiple issuers use,
Mhm.
then only one issuer can sign this tradability, so others cannot. So
Okay. So in that case,
and
it makes sense to have issuer specific status list.
correct, correct, yes,
Okay. This is an independent centralized service, right?
correct, yes,
Maintained by the operator of the ecosystem.
yes, correct.
Excellent.
Okay. Okay. Okay, if anyone has any questions, then yes, they can message here or maybe in the Discord we can discuss there.
Um, no. On top of this, I guess it would be helpful if we have some kind of checklist for this, and the decision points we need to make for all those configurations and the registry server. So it would be helpful in identifying the task and to complete the feature. That would be helpful.
Yes.
Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I have. Yeah.
Yeah, this is good. So, as Wrinkle said, if you can just create some quick documents and document with quick points, that would be helpful. And we can discuss on further implementation in the Credible platform.
Okay. So maybe can we create one issue and we can just add the points there?
Yes, yes, that is also fine.
Yes.
Sorry. Okay, I think that's it. What we had for today. Is there any other point or anything that would anyone like to discuss?
In our last conversation, we were discussing about the release plan. So, if there are any thoughts on that, we can discuss. Or
Let's
maybe we can.
we have to give a point release with the features SD dot and M dot credential support. There are few PRs which are pending for review, which are related to DC API. I think we can have a
Ye-
point release after we will merge those PRs.
Sure. Maybe you can take it up in the next call or offline. Yeah.
Yeah. Is there any other thought, Wrinkle, that you may have? Or if we can do it for merging those PRs?
Yeah. We need to first check whether all the features related to ecosystem, because that is currently recently developed. So we should be identifying that everything is working perfectly fine with the ecosystem. And second point, we just need to make a decision. I mean, how we are going to release it, because we don't have the DIDCOM feature ready. So maybe we can have one release with the OpenID for VC related features, and the next time we can have both the features ready, DIDCOM and OpenID for VC. So we just have to decide. I mean, um, how we'll do it. That's it. I have. So these 2 points, we'll have a look into it, and accordingly we can decide.
Okay. I think yes, we can test ecosystem and see if everything works fine, and then we can make like this is my opinion that we can make a release for OpenID for VC at least,
Mm-hmm.
and parallelly we can work on DITCOM and then give another point release for everything.
Yes. Yes. Sense. Okay. Yeah. Agree.
Okay. I think that's it, what we have for today.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.